Part 2 of Tales of William Mage, The Beginnings. It was the 21st day of Mayunth, 595 Common Era. The sun rose on the day of the plateau harmonic convergence with the glow of 1,000,000 different shades of color. Today is the day, and it is most exciting. My mistress must meditate today to gain strength and energy. I placed the crystals of the ancients in the Power Star formation around the tent to focus the energy of the earth, our mother Gaia, and stood guard. Few wandered the grounds today. The ceremony tonight was too important. The area vibrated with magical power, and I could feel the hairs on my neck and arm reach for the sky. Strangely, I felt no hunger today. It is as if the energy flow all around us was all the nourishment it needed. The sun traveled along its daily route, but time did not exist for me. The morning and afternoon seemed to fly by without care. As afternoon waned, my mistress emerged and told me she had had a vision in her meditation. It seems that according to the vision, I was intended to be present at the sacred ceremony tonight. She told me that everyone at the gathering with magic within them was required for the spell. She then set forth what was to come. The council was important to the whole world, as I was expected. The elder covens were aware of a spreading cult from Rome that was threatening the very fabric of our world. If allowed to continue, it could spread to every corner of the world and cause thousands of years of war and death. Therefore, the central circle of the council had decided that we were to invoke the largest cone of power ever conceived and to cast a mind-changing spell over the entire world. All power available was needed, and doing this would drain all present. Even though I feared being drained of my life essence, I trusted my mistress and gladly accepted the challenge. I was told to pack along all crystals, craft tools, and artifacts so that they may be available if needed. As we walked to the great circle, my mistress instructed me on the methods to first draw on the power from the earth and then to direct it out as needed. She even told me that if I succeeded in this ceremony, I would earn my place as an apprentice inheritor. This alone would have been enough for me to drain myself of all energy for her. However, there was a more important reason for doing it. All along, since we had arrived, I'd felt this council was special, and it would change the world forever. I now know that feeling is true. When we arrived, it was almost sunset. By the light of the torches and the setting sun, with its purple and green glow, I looked upon more people than I had ever seen before in my entire life. They had arranged themselves in a series of interlocking circles. A center circle was surrounded by 3 interlocking circles in the shape of a triad, surrounded by a giant circle at the edge. My mistress had me stand with her in the center circle. We stood facing inward, left hand on the shoulder to our right, our right hand raised to the stars. It was explained to me that this was so to amplify the energy around the circle. My mistress had explained that since I was not yet trained in the spells, I was to say nothing, but just direct my energy and those to my right into her, and she would do the rest. The elder started to chant, and I felt a surge pass through me. The air seemed to sparkle like it does during a storm. I looked up and saw light rising from us to the heavens. I began to tire and fade, but catching my mistress's eye, I strove 50 times harder. All energy was hers to do with as she wished. I kept nothing for myself. Suddenly, there was silence. The light became brighter than the midday sun and exploded upward and out. Everyone in the circle suddenly collapsed and fell as they stood. Blackness came. When we awoke, the full moon was at its highest in the sky. We thanked the gods and goddesses for their participation in the ceremony. All through the effects of the spell although the effects of the spell could not be seen as of yet, we had all inherent knowledge that it worked. The world was now going to be spared from foretold nightmares, and the magic of the earth would lead us to the future. I helped my lady back to the camp, thrilled that she had granted me the rank of apprentice. She immediately fell into a long, dreamless sleep, as I will soon after. However, I need to diminish our cache of supplies, or I am going to bite my own limbs off.